Welcome back to another episode of Julie Laughton Podcast. This one's going to be about how to design the perfect guest house or ADU. And of course, ADU means Accessory Dwelling Unit. So anyway, let's talk about that.
Welcome to the Julie Laughton Living Podcast, the place to get advice, tips, and tricks to building the life and luxury home of your dreams with 30-year business owner, designer, and builder, Julie Laughton. It all starts with a good plan. This is Julie Laughton Living.
So ADUs and guest houses are a huge trend because you get more square footage, you get a guest home for family members or aging parents, and there's a big thing about ADUs in general about getting more people living on the property, staying at home. In California, it's a big push. Everybody gets an ADU, right? And it's a tax write-off too if you have one and you actually have your parents in there. So it's a wonderful way to have additional space, and the ADUs can be 10 foot away from the building, or they can be attached to the building, and it can have a separate entrance, or you can enter from inside the house. There's like 4 different ways to do it, and there's a size requirement, our maximum size allowed. So you have to check with your city and check all the codes before you start. But it's pretty straightforward, and the ADUs get approved quicker than the other homes. I think the first steps you want to take before you're thinking about building an ADU is, how does it benefit you? Do you want it attached to the house? Do you want it separate? Does it even work on your yard? So you got to really go through the planning department questions at the counter. Don't just guess or rely on anybody. Go right to the counter of the building department and ask them direct, ask them for handouts. There's quite a bit of information available. Or ask someone who has a lot of experience doing them, who's been through the process, because there's a lot of hoops to jump through, or I should say guidelines to follow. So when you add an ADU or a guest house, it adds to the value of your property because you have another building or more livable square footage. So that's what it's about. The more livable square footage raises the property value. It's pretty straightforward. So I think the best thing with the guest house is to make it look like the main house, just like a mini-me. I don't like doing a different look. That's silly. So we want to copy the main house. And then inside, to be more luxurious, the hardwood floors, all the things you would normally do. You don't want to cheap it out or, put down a linoleum or concrete. It's supposed to be just as luxurious as the main house, like a very nice suite in a fancy hotel, basically, a wonderful retreat. I think the most creative ADU project I've worked on is the one where the home was designed by a famous architect, so we kind of copied that style and put it in the ADU, so it made it easy, right? But it's nice to have a set style that you can, copy and have a little mini-me. But the other one was kind of interesting. The lot was small, there's no place to put it, so they let us actually carve out the bedroom and just add a door, the primary suite, and add a door to the outside, and boom, you have an ADU, even though it's in the house. So like I said, there's creative ways to do these in the home or in the backyard. And just in case you didn't know this, ADUs and guest homes are one of the hottest 2025 remodeling trends. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Julie Laughton Podcast. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to check out my 7 simple steps on my website.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Julie Laughton Living. For more information or to connect with Julie one-on-one, visit julielaughtonliving.com. And don't forget, it all starts with a good plan.